Finally. Okay, so here we have the two colors. We're gonna place them face to face. Okay, anybody remembers how much seam allowance you gave to this color when you said with quarter? So you're gonna stitch it at a quarter, okay, not a half, because then it's gonna be too small when you attach it to the color stand. Okay, you're gonna stitch not the narrow part. You're gonna stitch the widest part. So you're gonna start right in this corner. You're gonna come in here, needle down, presser foot up, pivot, go again, pivot, finish here, reverse beginning and end. Do not do straight out and this way because the corners need to be trimmed. And if we do that, the threads is gonna start coming apart. And then you're gonna end up having a hole, okay? So stitch really well up to the 1/4 inch, needle down, presser foot up, pivot, make a nice corner, do this all in one single stitching line. Are we okay with that? Mm-hmm. Okay. When you finish sewing it, let's pretend that we sewed it, okay? You guys are not gonna cut the corners like this, okay? Because when we're gonna be turning inside out, you're gonna end up having an overlap in the corner and it's gonna have bulky corners. This is not a round color, this is a pointy color. So when you're cutting it, you're not gonna cut it just 45 degrees, you're gonna cut it 30 and 30 and very close to the corner, very close. Like a hair, not a curly one, a straight one, okay? But do not cut the thread, because if you cut the thread, then it's gonna start coming apart. Are we okay with this? You're gonna turn it inside out, and what you're going to do is you're going to press the seams both to one side first. And that way, you can then press it and have a perfect edge. You don't want to have a bubbly edge because then when you top stitch it, you're gonna have these pleats. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You want it to be really, really the stitching line perfectly on the edge. So I'm gonna be like Julia Child. Anybody knows who Julia Child? Okay, she was a cooking show, first lady that did a cooking show. Where's the color?
Oh, I thought it was a
This too. She used to cook the turkey and then had 2 ovens, so she would put the raw one and then open the one in the bottom, and magically the turkey was ready, right? So see, this is what you don't want to see. Okay? What you want to see is, see how it created a crease? Okay? You want to have a perfect edge, and the only way to do it is press the seam. See, right here I can see it. See how you have a little pleat in there? It talks, right? You want to have it exactly on the edge and pressed exactly on the edge. See that? That's what you want to have.
Before you top stitch it.
Okay?
Yes.
Because then your color is going to be changing shapes because this pleat is not going to be even all around.
It has character.
Okay? No, it doesn't. No, that goes into the sale rack. Okay? So we're spending a lot of time on this. We want to make sure. Now, her fabric is kind of wrinkled, but this is kind of what happens when the fusible is not done well. See that it starts bubbling, right? And the problem is her fabric, because we did try really hard. But see how it shows that here the glue on the fusible has not come on, okay? Compared to, who had it done with the top stitching that I just blew it off? Maria. Can I borrow your color? Thank you. Okay. Okay, see how flat this is? That's well done, okay? See, she could have pressed a little better. See that the edge is not on the edge? Yep. Okay? And this is the worst part on it, sorry to tell you that, is that the pleat is going to this side, but then the pleat is going to the other side. So it's not like I can have the color here and I don't see that pleat because it's showing up the other one. Okay? So if you have it on the edge, see how the other side is showing, but then here the other side is showing. So it's not consistent. At least if you do it wrong evenly. I'm sorry. So after you have done that, now you're gonna do a top stitching at 1/4 of an inch. I don't know if you guys can see my color. See, it's 1/4 of an inch. You actually can use the width of the foot as your guideline, which is a tiny bit less than 1/4 of an inch. So if you sew it, just follow the edge of the foot, going all the way around it. And again, try to have a really pretty corner here. You can reverse, you don't have to reverse, because this is going to be sandwiched inside the color stand. Okay? So after you do this, remember you have 2 color stands? We're not gonna sew everything at once. We're gonna sew one and then we're gonna sew the other one. Okay? So this is the importance of having the notches. You're gonna get one of these and you're gonna put it right sides together. You're gonna match the notch that doesn't exist to the center. Okay? And if the notches were okay, it would have been exactly to the notch right here of the center front, because when the color closes, the 2 points should be matching, right? We're good? So, see that they have different shapes?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to convince it to follow the shape. Okay? And you're gonna stitch only this 2. Only this 2. So this is gonna be stitched from here to here, okay? And you are going to reverse and you're going to go over the color, okay? You wanna go over the color. You don't wanna stop before. You don't want this corner to be flippy, okay? After you finish sewing that one, then you get the other color stand and then you put it on top of it. But this one, you're gonna stitch from here. Reverse, go all the way around it, and then you're gonna end here. So let me just review. This one, you will sew only the color to the color stand. This one, you're gonna sew color stand to color stand. And do it separately in the 2 because you're not gonna be able to control the different shapes that the color has on the color stand. Okay? Because once you line up the color into the color stand, it's gonna be a little wavy, and that's what you wanna do because that's what's gonna shape when it goes around your neck. Okay? After you do that, like we have done, remember the inner and outer curve? We cut the little triangles on the round part of the corner. We're gonna turn it inside out, and we're gonna press it just as beautiful as we did when we were supposed to press the collar. So when you press it, this is going to be pulled really tight, so we are exactly on the edge. And then this one is gonna be pulled really tight on the opposite side, okay? And we're gonna have your collar and your collar stand ready to be attached to the shirt, okay? That's it. Any questions? No top stitchings yet. After we attach it to the shirt, after your placket is made and your yoke is made, then we can attach it to the shirt. I usually leave the collar, the cuffs, the hem to after we attach the sleeve and close the side because it's much easier, okay? And last is your buttonholes and then your buttons that they're done by hand. I know you're all excited about it. No, we don't have a button sewing machine, okay? But we do have, but you can practice. Hand sewing is not a bad thing. Okay, all right, any questions? Yes.
So when you said to like make it flat so it doesn't have to pleat, you said go iron it in what direction? Like for the
You first are going to press You're gonna open it and you're gonna press the seams really tight like that to one side.
Oh, okay. Does it matter the side you do?
Doesn't matter because right now it doesn't matter. It's the same on both.
Oh, okay.
Even after we do the top stitching, it's gonna be the same on both.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So after it's really pressed flat open like this, then you're able to actually create a perfect edge.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Oh.
be recorded. Can you're tall. Can you see it well?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay? You want to have that perfect edge and not this little accordion thing. Okay? You can still fix it. Yeah. All right. Any more questions? No? Okay. So until the next video.